Yeong, I heard you took a trip to the southern city of Daegu in this heat. Can you tell us why?
Yes, so I did recently go to Daegu. It was for the 19th Daegu International Musical Festival. And like you said, it was really hot. But what I saw and experienced there made the trip completely worth it. Let's take a look together.
This summer, Daegu once again transforms into a stage. Korea's largest musical festival, the Daegu International Musical Festival, or DIMF, brings creators and audiences together from all over. This year, showcasing 29 musicals from home and abroad.
The dress rehearsal for this year's closing performance, Panda, is about to begin. This Chinese production blends dazzling acrobatics with traditional martial arts, a real treat for the eyes.
A visual and musical spectacle, Panda tells a heartfelt story about love, coexistence, and the care we owe to nature. It's a piece that's beloved by Korean audiences. This reading performance, part of DIMF's musical incubation program, offers young talents a rare chance to present their work. Some pieces even go on to become full-scale productions with funding and support.
I received a lot of overall support from DIMF throughout the production process. But what helped me the most was getting direct feedback from the mentor instructors. That was incredibly helpful in developing and improving the piece.
I think the best part of this program is getting to meet great creators, working alongside talented actors, and simply having opportunities like this. For actors like me, that's one of the most valuable aspects.
Just weeks ago, the Korean musical Maybe Happy Ending swept the Tony Awards, winning in 6 categories, including Best Musical. And the roots of that triumph? They trace back to this very festival.
In 2008, a composer named Arirang had his work, My Scary Girl, selected for creative support through DIMF. The following year, we even staged it in New York as part of DIMF's outreach. Through that kind of process, Maybe Happy Ending was eventually born.
And perhaps because of that legacy, this year's creative support productions are seeing reservation rates over 30% higher than in previous years.
As DIMF approaches its 20th anniversary next year, our hope is that musical fans from around the world will come to Daegu. To make that happen, we believe it's essential to connect the festival with tourism. Our goal and also our challenge is to grow DIMF into a truly global musical festival.
With global success stories like Maybe Happy Ending, DIMF is more than just a festival. It's a symbol of what's possible for Korea's creative industry.
I feel like many of our global viewers will now be able to associate the city of Daegu with musicals, and not only the Chimek Festival, which, however, is also running right now. But Bella, have you been to DIMF before?
I actually haven't, but it's something I definitely do want to check out in the near future, especially with Korean musicals growing so much lately.
Exactly, like Maybe Happy Ending sweeping the Tony Awards, there's a lot of potential to be uncovered here. This festival is like a launch pad for new talent. As you saw in the video, young composers and writers were selected to present their work in a reading performance. And if it's well received, it could be developed into a full production with support. The performances were mesmerizing, even without big stage props and fancy lighting.
So, Yeong, what was it like to see these potential musicals take to the stage? I mean, one of those could become the next big show.
Honestly, the reading performances were very immersive, and after a few minutes in, it actually made me forget that I was watching an amateur performance. So I really hope at least one of them gets selected to be funded and possibly become the next Maybe Happy Ending.
Right, you never know. And maybe we'll be recognizing some of the actors from your report later on, when one of these musicals really becomes one of the next Maybe Happy Ending.
I definitely agree. And now I want to know more, and I want to look at this closing musical, Panda. Why was this particular musical chosen to close this festival?
So Panda actually started out in Chengdu, China, and it's already done over 1,000 performances so far. Korean music director Jang So-young has been part of the project since its early development and even added a new song just for this year's festival. A representative also told me he hopes the choice will give a boost to Daegu City's plans to bring actual pandas to Daegu Grand Park. The final performances are taking place today and tomorrow, so I highly, highly encourage our viewers to check it out. You won't be sorry.
So anyone in Daegu or nearby, there is still a chance to get a glimpse of the festival. And thank you very much, Ye-young, for your very first time on The Culture Wave. And see you next time.
Thank you, Ye-young.
Thank you so much for having me.